Welcome everyone to HueFin. We're also known as HueFin News. Today is July the 6th, 2021. Take a look at the chart. You probably clicked on the video because of the thumbnail. We need to talk about GameStop, right? And we need to talk about where the price is going to go. You guys can see we did a price prediction in GameStop not long ago, and the market continues to dip in price. We're here to ensure that everyone has an idea as to where price is going to go, all without being confused, and to make sure that we are in position to capitalize on wherever the price goes, right? We could care less if the market goes higher. We could care less if the market goes lower because we can win in either way. So now, if you are emotional, I'm gonna give you a heads up right now. Do not watch this video because we play both sides of the market, okay? When I tell you that prices are gonna go down and it goes down, do not be surprised, right? We're here to make sure that we are ahead of everyone else. This is a competitive market, right? And we need to make sure that we are on the winning side. So if you want to be on the winning side, make sure you follow us, hit that like button, share the video, also subscribe here to the channel, because we're not going to hype you. We're not going to get you emotional. We're not going to pump up these stocks and think that everything's going to shoot all the way up there to $500, right? And there's one thing that somebody always mentioned, you know, one thing that is being pushed in this realm of YouTube and stock videos is that they always state to you that the market is manipulated, right? But when it comes to GameStop or AMC or Workhorse or some of these other so-called short squeeze opportunities, that it's a different environment, right? So if it's a different environment, then you're trying to tell us that the market is not manipulated. Which one is it going to be? Are we in a different environment, or is the market manipulated? Because one thing I would tell you for certain is that when you have all of these massive institutions, these hedge funds, these banking institutions involved in these stocks, they're not going to be caught off guard. They have too much money at stake, millions, billions of dollars at stake to be caught off guard, to just participate when the market is uncertain, right? You don't deploy millions and billions of dollars in an uncertain environment. You want to increase your probabilities of winning. And if the market in GameStop or AMC or Workhorse or any of these other short squeezes were uncertain, they would not be deploying their resources in these markets. Then they will go somewhere else to where they can have a better idea as to what they can get in return for their investments. They're not doing this blindly, right? It's only those who are on the outside that is playing these games blindly. And mainstream media is playing on that. They're allowing a lot of these YouTubers, a lot of these outside influencers to come through and try to continue to hype up these stocks. You ask yourself the question, why would they do that? Right? These multi-billion-dollar institutions are not just willy-nilly at this. They know exactly what they're doing. And we need to make sure that we do the same thing. GameStop is not the outlier. They're taking advantage of every price movement that occurs in this market for GameStop. We need to do the same thing. We need to take advantage of them. And that is what we're going to do, whether the price goes higher, whether it goes lower. Okay. So now I really wanted to show you about GameStop is because we were trying to play the strength in the market in GameStop on June 23rd, right? And take a look at the price action. We've been on a very slow movement to the downside. I don't like that, because we should be seeing some indications that the trap is going to try to increase that price, and he hasn't been doing it. And then when I show you longer time frames in this space for GameStop, you might be able to see that this price is increasing its chances of breaking this massive trend that GameStop is going through, right? Take a look. We're testing the trend right now, okay? We cannot allow the price to break below that. So we all need to be focused in on GameStop if you're looking for this price to go higher right now. So let me change the time frame. Let me show you all the 3-day real quick. And this is the 3-day time frame. Now the last three-day price bars, right? We can see how the market in GameStop has been sustaining itself. Like the market volatility is not extreme, not like it was back in January. We have a lot smaller spread, right? A lot lighter volume. So the market is, it's a lot even compared to where we've been at the beginning of the year. What about on the 5-day time frame? Do you see this here on the 5-day time frame? Pretty much the question that needs to be answered is, okay, can GameStop support the price alongside this trend? We need to see that happen. We cannot allow that market to break the trend. So when we look at this on a weekly time frame, again, you guys can see that the weakness is still present. If the market truly was in a position to continue to show forth that massive spread, that increased volatility, and no one understand where price is going to go, the spread will not be a lot smaller, the volume will not be a lot higher, will be a lot higher. It seems as if the big institutions are not really participating much, right? They're not going to be caught off guard twice. They got caught off guard here in GameStop back in the beginning of the year. They're not going to let that happen again the second time. Okay? They're not. They got too much at stake for them to haphazardly come through the market and act like they don't know what they're doing. Now, the 3 weeks time frame is what I really wanted to show you all in terms of the weakness that we're seeing. That last completed 3-week price bar is massively indicating to us that this market is weak, right? We got 3 days left in 10 hours. We really haven't seen that swift movement to the downside in GameStop. Maybe we could hit it right there around 175, 176, and then we can see the market prop its price up and try to move higher. Is that a probable thing? Do you see that? What about on the 5 weeks? Like, the market is selling off on this last completed 5-weekly price bar, because if not, we would have seen the price close up here at the high, but we didn't. We closed down there towards the low. So there was more selling going on the last 5 weeks than there were buyers. So if people are selling, why in the world will we come through and start buying it? There's a reason why they're selling. This is the monthly time frame. Even here on the monthly, it's indicating to us that we still have some weakness to contend with. Now, the only issue is we don't know how low the price is going to go based off that spread. That spread would indicate to me that the market can come all the way down to like 125, right? We can at least see that over the next month, the next 31 days. But so far, we haven't seen the volume. So far, the spread is a lot smaller. So we need to be cognizant that the market may not go all the way down at 125, right? So we're not going to give you a prediction that low. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to get rid of this, because I don't like how the market traded in GameStop the last couple of days, and take that loss at about 7.85%, right? And we still suspect that the market has some weakness to go through now, okay? So let's get in position. We're going to play the weakness into the market in GameStop. This is a pretty good area of support, you know, hovering around 180, 181. We would have to come through and skim off some profitability right there. 180, 181. Okay. The next area would be down here towards 160. Okay, so we got 180 and 160. Those are the areas that we are watching into the market in GameStop. This area right here is now restriction, which is around 250. So the weakness will be on the table so long as price in GameStop has to do two things. The first one, we have to see price hold that ascending line. If we get that in the next couple of trading days, then this prediction that we're doing right now is not going to be right. I'm going to tell you that now. So it has to hold this ascending line, and price has to come back up above 240 to 250, and we got to see price break up above those numbers in order for us to really see the prospect of strength to continue. Okay, so that's it. This is what we're looking forward to into the market in GameStop. Okay, just like the market went lower in June, beginning half of June, we're still in that same trend now. Now, you're going to get people to tell you to come through and buy these dips. Every time the market drops, they want you to buy the dips, not knowing how low the market is going to keep dropping. Don't do that. Only buy when the market finds support, which is why I'm telling you 180, 181 is the first area. Second area is around 160. We need to see the market prop up price on those numbers before we can actually tell we need to get in. You just don't buy haphazardly on every dip, right? Don't forget, these hedge funds are not going to be caught off guard. They will not. This game is not meant for them to lose. It's meant for them to win. Why do you think they went ahead and shut down the buy side in Robinhood and other exchanges from us buying and selling? We could not even buy these stocks. The game is rigged. So why would you continue to think that you have an advantage over them? If they could come through and just shut down the buy side of these stocks and you had no control over it, what do you think they will do next? Do you really think that they're going to play fair? No, seriously. Do you really think they're going to play fair? So the only way that we can really actually obtain and beat them at their own game is to predict these prices. So this is what we got. So now it's your turn. Tell me, where do you think the price in GameStop is going to go? Let's do the next 2 weeks. In the next 2 weeks, what will price be for GameStop? For us, we said 180 first. The next area is like 160, and around those two numbers. All right, so be prepared. Your turn. You're on our team. Let me know. Make sure you maintain our profitability, and as always, trade different.